Hello viewers, welcome back. So this is the sixth video as part of our Power of Reporting series and part 3 of our Daybook technique. So in this video, we will explore more techniques related to Daybook. As I had mentioned in my earlier video, the Daybook is one place where you can get the listing of all the vouchers that you have captured in the company. So understanding the right hand side button bar, bottom button bar and F12 configuration will help you to analyze your data in a much better way so that you can make informed decision for any of your organization's activities. So let us go to Tally and explore more techniques related to Daybook. So in the last video, we saw the change view option and let's explore the exception report. So click on exception report and we have these three options under the exception report where you can view if there are any optional voucher that you have captured as part of your transaction, cancelled vouchers and post-dated vouchers. First, let us see the optional voucher. So select optional voucher and Tally is going to give you the list of all the optional voucher. So optional vouchers are those voucher which you can capture for any regular voucher, and if you mark it as optional, the transaction will remain in the voucher but the values of the transaction in the voucher will not get impacted in your books of account. Later on, for whatever reason you mark a regular voucher as an optional voucher, if you want to regularize that voucher, it is very simple. All you have to do is go to the optional voucher, press enter, and we will see the status here as optional. And if you feel that this needs to be brought into the books of account, then all you have to do is, if you see here on the right hand side, you have this button called regular. So just click on regular. The status of optional will disappear. And now once you save this voucher, this will now impact the books of account. So I'll leave this as optional. So this way you can view all the optional vouchers that has been captured in the books of accounts. Click on exception report again. So we are viewing the optional voucher. So the optional voucher is not getting listed here. If you want to see cancelled voucher, any voucher can be cancelled. The advantage of cancelling the voucher is the voucher number will be retained if you cancel that particular voucher. Especially this is going to be very useful where your voucher numbering is automatic. And if you see the sales voucher, normally you need to have a sequential numbering for your sales voucher, and this is important from the GST compliance point of view. For some reason, whatever sales invoice you have made, you don't want that particular voucher. So if you delete it, then what happens in the automatic voucher numbering, the numbering sequence will get changed. So to avoid the mix up in the sequence of numbering of voucher, we have an option for cancelling a voucher. During the year in your books of account, if you want to see what are the voucher types or what are the vouchers that you have cancelled, with the exception report through the Daybook, we can quickly filter it out and see the cancelled vouchers. So all you have to do is just select cancelled voucher and you will see here a payment voucher is being passed. The voucher number is 101. Since we have cancelled this voucher number will be retained and the subsequent number will not get renumbered. Supposing if you had deleted this particular voucher, the subsequent voucher, example, the subsequent payment voucher is say 102 and onwards. Now if you delete this particular voucher, the voucher number 102 will become 101 since you have deleted the voucher. If you don't want to disturb the sequence of voucher numbering, that is where we are going to cancel this voucher. So this way we will get the list of all cancelled voucher. The other advantage of cancelling a voucher is at later point in time, if you want to insert any transaction for any of the voucher type, you can always recall the cancelled voucher, press enter and then start capturing the data as required. Once you cancel the voucher, whatever is the narration that you entered, that will get retained in the cancelled voucher, but your ledgers that have been debited, credited will be removed from the voucher information. So that way, again, the values before canceling the voucher will get nullified, and obviously the books of account is not going to be updated. So for any reason, if we are canceling a voucher at a later point in time, if you want to know what was the reason for canceling a voucher, you can capture that reason here in the narration, because all cancelled vouchers narration will remain in the cancelled voucher. So this will help you to recall the reason for cancelling a particular voucher. Come back, and the next one under the exceptional report we have is, click here, post-dated voucher. In the change view, in the last video we saw the post-dated voucher which are regularized or not regularized, and here again we can see the list of post-dated vouchers. Select post-dated voucher, click on post-dated voucher, and we will see here there is one receipt, and if you observe, the date of the receipt is 15th of April 2024, which is the subsequent financial year. So in the current financial year is 1st of April to 31st of March 25. So by default, Tally will allow you to accept all the vouchers for this current period only. So in case if you have made any post-dated voucher which falls in the subsequent financial year, you can change the period and capture the transaction in the previous financial year with the date as the subsequent financial year and mark the voucher as post-dated. So that way, at the end of the financial year, using the exceptional report, if you want to see the list of post-dated transactions that you have captured, which is going to have an impact in the upcoming date, you can have a list of it. So this way, it allows you to do a financial analysis also. In this example, on 15th of April, the company is going to receive this money of 11,700 once they deposit this check. And if the company is issued any check post-dated, they will know that what is the fund position that they have to maintain based on the post-dated transaction of receipt and payment. Let's escape, and once you escape and come back, we are going to get the default listing which we are viewing for the entire financial year. The next interesting and very powerful technique that we can use, I'm showing this in the Daybook, but you will get this technique applied for literally every report that you're going to view in TallyPrime. So what is that? It is the apply filter. I'll come back to this save view in a different report so that we will see the option or technique of saving view of a particular report. So currently I'll skip this in this report and let's move on to apply filter. The apply filter is basically applying a query to the set of document that you have. In this case, in the Daybook, we are seeing the list of all the transactions for the entire year, and also there are 219 more vouchers which are not visible in the current screen. So using this apply filter, from this given set of data, you can filter and pick out the ledger of your query or your choice. Let's do a simple filter. Now Tally has three type of filter. So one is the simple filter that we are going to say just apply filter. When you click on apply filter, basically it is going to ask you apply filter on what? We are viewing the list of vouchers. So this is going to be the voucher and you will not have any other field or master here. But if you use this apply filter in any other report, you can also see other masters where you can select and apply filter for the selected master. In the Daybook report, the voucher type or the master or the vouchers is the vouchers that we are seeing. The basic or simple filter that you can apply is you can apply for a particular date or for a particular ledger master or a particular voucher type or even the voucher number. So the basic filter, let us say you want to filter the transactions related to a particular party. Example, Amar Enterprises. So Amar Enterprises is the customer in this company where you would have made sales, received money, maybe you would have passed credit note, debit note, or maybe you would have made payment also. So all the vouchers or transactions related to Amar Enterprises, you can quickly filter by applying the basic filter. Let me type as Amar. So if you say Amar, it will automatically pull out the transactions related to the ledger master of Amar. So just press enter. We will observe here that the list of all the transactions related to Amar Enterprises is getting listed here, so that you can quickly analyze this. The other way of analyzing this also is through a ledger voucher reporting, which we will see at a later point in time. Now when you come down here, the Amar Enterprises is not getting listed here, but it says Bajaj Fridge and it's a delivery note. So why this is getting listed here? So let us go inside and see. If you see here, this delivery note is made to Amar Enterprises. That is the reason why Tally is picked up this delivery note also, which pertains to Amar Enterprises transaction. Now from this list, further if you want to filter only the sales voucher, we had already seen this earlier. All you have to do is just come down to voucher type here and just say sales, enter, and you are filtering the filtered information of Amar Enterprises. And here you are now able to filter only the sales voucher pertaining to Amar Enterprises. So you see all the sales here. So you have the sales amount which are there. Just observe this sale. There is one sale of 10,62,000. There is another sale of 11,91,000. Rest are all less than 10 lakh rupees. Just keep this in mind. I'm going to show you in the advanced filter how you can apply a criteria where you want to see the sales related to Amar Enterprises, where the sales is greater than 10 lakh. That is what we will see. Now when I press escape, it is going to give you the list of all sales voucher. Now you have to come here and then click on voucher type and you say you want to see all items. So we are going to get the list of all the transactions here. Let us apply another type of filter. So click on apply filter here, and here on the right hand side you have these two filter types, which is multi filter and advanced filter. So let's go to multi filter first. So when I click on multi filter, so before that, if you see the basic filter, in the basic filter basically you can set one criteria. It could be, like I mentioned, it could be a date criteria, party criteria, voucher type criteria, voucher number, or the value criteria. Only one criteria you can apply. Let us say we want to apply more than one criteria for Tally to filter out and give you the information that you are looking for. So in that case, let us go to multi-filter. So in the multi-filter here, what is that information that we are looking for? From this list, if you notice here, we have all the voucher type. That entire 219 vouchers are getting listed here. Now we want to apply a filter. Let me take a use case. So we want to apply a filter where you want to apply a filter for Tally to list all the sales voucher only. A, B, from the sales voucher, you want to see sales made to Amar Enterprises, and C, whatever sales we have made to Amar Enterprises, you don't want to see all the sales made to Amar Enterprises, but you want to view only those vouchers where the sale value is more than 10 lakh. So here we have three criteria. So how do we do that? Come back to the field here. Tally will give you the list of all the field. So this way you can generate n number of reports using these fields. So first is what we want. We want to first filter from the entire list of vouchers the sales voucher type. So we are going to say voucher type name. So the condition is very important here. So you have to apply proper conditions. There are multiple conditions here: equal to, not equal to, containing, not containing, starting with, not starting with, ending with, not ending with, as empty and non-empty. So the way you select the list of condition is very important for you to get the accurate result. Now for example, we wanted to filter for sales voucher. So if I use containing and if I type sales, if there are any sales order, those vouchers also will get listed, because we are saying look for voucher type containing sales. The sale order also has a word of sale. So here we have to be very particular. So what we do, instead of selecting containing, we will say equal to. So enter equal to, and then say sales. So now it will only look for those voucher which are voucher type of sales. Enter. Now the second criteria that we apply here, the filter criteria, again we should understand about this concept of and or. Whenever you use a condition of and, which means condition A and condition B, both the conditions have to satisfy. Only then the result that you are looking for will be shown, provided both the conditions are matching. If you select an or condition, you are saying look for the information of condition A or look for the information of condition B. So now when you apply this or condition, Tally will go and find out condition A, if it is matching, it will list out. Condition B, if it is matching, it will list out. But if it is matching only condition A, it will list out. Or if it is matching only condition B, it will list out. But in case of and condition, both condition has to satisfy. I hope this is clear. So now we want the subsequent condition also to be part of my query. So we are going to use and not or. And we are going to say and we are going to say I want to see the ledger name. Here I can say containing Amar because there is no other name with Amar. So I'm going to say Amar, enter, and so all three condition has to meet the criteria. And what is that we are looking for? Ledger amount greater than 10 lakhs, enter. So this way you can have multiple conditions depending on what is the information that you want to filter it out. So we will say end of list. We have given three condition, which is an and condition. All three criteria has to be met for you to get the result. So select end of list, and if you notice here, from the list of almost 300 vouchers, Tally is filtered first condition sales voucher. The second condition was sale made to Amar Enterprises. It is listed here. And the third condition we said show me only the sales voucher total value greater than 10 lakh. It is showing you this two voucher which we saw earlier when we filtered for Amar Enterprises. So this way it is very, very powerful for you to use this filter for any report that you are viewing. The third one, again a very interesting thing, it is not only that you can filter a report based on the field of a voucher. The field is basically the date field, the ledger field, item field. You can also search for information that you are looking for, which you have captured in the narration also. So it is that powerful. So let me quickly walk through a simple use case where you can filter from the list of thousands of voucher, that if you are looking for some information that you have captured in the narration, it is going to be very difficult for you to go through all thousands of voucher to find out where the narration is there. So here we can apply the filter. So let's apply the filter. So before that, let me just press escape and let us take one voucher type. Let me take something at the bottom which is not visible. So let us take this payment voucher which is on 30th of August, and in the narration it says being amount paid in cash. Let's say the accountant is entering saying that paid in cash to, let me put my name. So I'm saying Pugal, paid to Pugal. So now this voucher is saved. Now let us say now you are looking for this voucher. You know that even as an accountant, I know that I have captured some transaction where I had purchased printing and stationery from Pugal. So now how do I go and then pick out that voucher where in the narration there is a word called Pugal? This is where the filter is going to help you to get the information that you are looking for quickly. So click on apply filter. And let me apply filter this time, the advanced filter. So click on advanced filter. Voucher type, what is that we are looking? We are looking for some information. Where are we looking for? In the narration. So you say vouchers with narration, enter. And we know this condition. We are going to say containing. So you are looking for a word containing whatever you are typing here. If that word is there in any of the voucher in the narration, Tally will automatically filter and give it to you. So what is that we are looking for? We are looking for a word called Pugal and nothing else we want to do. Here also you can apply and or criteria. We will just say end of list, end of list. And now if you observe, I just made one transaction where I had entered the name called Pugal. but Tally is showing you two transactions. Is it something wrong? So how do we now make sure that Tally is not making a mistake? So very simple. One way is for you to select the voucher, enter, go inside and see the narration. Let us say if you are getting about 25-30 vouchers with the criteria of the name or the word that you are looking for in the narration, again it is going to become very difficult for you to go through each and voucher to make sure that whether that name is there in the narration. Instead of that, you can use your F12 configure. So the F12 configuration at the bottom of the button bar, when you click on F12 configure, the first option that you have is show narration. So you just say yes here, enter and press Ctrl A. Now you don't have to go inside the voucher. From the filtered list, you will see all the narrations will get listed here, and you will observe that we just changed in one narration the name of Pugal, but whereas already there is another transaction where this name is also kept. This way you can filter for any information that you are looking for in the narration also. Let's go back. Now by default all the transaction will show the narration. Now if you don't want to see the narration, again you can click on F12 and then you say I don't want narration. Since we are already in the F12 configure, you can see that various other information also you can enable in the Daybook so that you can see them in the detailed mode. So before we go into the other option, let us go back to the Daybook. So we have made this as no, press Ctrl A. So now you will see that the narration is hidden. Let's just filter for one day. I'll just say F2 and let us say we filter it for 31st March. These are the transactions for 31st March. Now let us go to F12 configure and explore what are the other information that we can view from the Daybook of the listing of vouchers. So narration we have already seen, so let's leave this as no. The format of report, if it is condensed, then these options will not get enabled. The moment you say you want to see detailed report, when you click on detailed report, now you have additional options like show bill-wise detail. Do you want to see bill-wise detail in the listing of Daybook voucher? You can say yes. If you want to see inventory detail, that is your purchase voucher and sale voucher, what is the inventory that you have captured in the purchase and sales voucher? If you want to view them in the Daybook, you can set it as yes. Then if you have specified any description for stock item, if you want to view the description of stock item also, you can set it to yes here. Show mode of payment. So in the payment entry or when you are making a receipt entry, the banking feature has a subscreen, which I will cover later on in one of my videos. So in that we have different mode of payment. It could be a receipt through check or through online transfer and various other forms of receipt and payment. So if you want to see that information also in the Daybook from the list of voucher that you are viewing, you can see that also. You can say this as yes. So if you want to see additional bank detail, say this as yes. If there are cost centers enabled, so I have a separate playlist for cost centers where I have covered exhaustively the feature of cost center. You can go and look into those videos of my playlist of cost center. So if you want to see cost center information, you can just press yes here. Then again the display of name only, then name of the stock item. If you want to view the stock item with name, part number and so many other options are there, you can just explore these options. And again, from this information that you are filtering, you have the sorting method also. You can have ascending order, descending order of the ledger, amount and various other things which are there, which you can always explore. So I will leave this as default, enter. And now you will observe that we are viewing this in the detailed mode. In the payment voucher, if you see here, this payment of 3,15,000 is made payment against various bill. That information also we are seeing here. Again, we are seeing here those information. And if you come here, the payment made to ABC and Company, the bill detail is provided. Payment is made through bank. This is the banking information. Check amount is the amount that we have captured. So if there are any sales entry or purchase entry, we have the sale entry here. We have made a sale to Amar. Okay, the item that we have sold is LG fridge, Bajaj microwave, 5 numbers each, rate and amount. All this information you can view them. through your F12 configure. If you don't want to see the detail here, there are two ways of doing it. You just escape and come back. The configuration or dynamic configuration or temporary. As long as you are in this report, those options that we have enabled will be on. The moment you go out, they will revert back to the original setting. So I escape here and then come back to Daybook here. You will see that it has come back to the default reporting. One quick last one I want to show you is remove line option at the bottom button bar. Now again, the cancel voucher, delete voucher, insert voucher, duplicate, add, select, these things I have already explained in one of my playlist earlier. So you can just see what are the functionality of these voucher types. So interesting thing is the last one we will see is the remove line. So the remove line is going to be very useful again. Let us say as a senior accountant or as the owner of the organization, I want to view the transactions that have been captured by my accountant or my data entry operator on a daily basis. So what I do, I see here, let's say on 31st March, these are the transactions that have been captured. Now I want to view them. So as I'm viewing them, I keep seeing this sales is done, contra, payment, and then suddenly if there is any distraction, then you will not know which voucher type that you left it. Okay, so to avoid that, basically if you do a verification or audit in a manual book, you put one tick mark. Right, so in the system we can't put a tick mark. So that is where the remove line option is going to be very useful. The keyboard shortcut for remove line is Control R. So once you have viewed this information, either you view this information in a detailed mode rather than going into the voucher itself. You can use the F12 configuration. Just now we saw to see the detail. So once you have seen this and you are satisfied with this transaction, so you are going to now tick this saying that you have viewed it. What you do, you click on control and you just press R, so it will get hidden. So this way, as you keep verifying the voucher, once you have verified, mark, just remove those line. Removing line is not deleting, you are only hiding it. So you just say R, control R, control R, control R. This way you know that at what point you have left and from where you want to look into it. Now the moment you remove the line, if you want to recall your previously removed line, or if you want to recall all the hidden lines or hidden vouchers, come down here, you will see here. So you have restore line. Restore line is Control U, which means whatever line you have hidden previously, when you press Control U, it is going to restore your previously saved hidden voucher. So again, Control U will one by one, whatever you have done in the sequence, it will bring. Now let us say you have completed everything and then you want to bring back all the voucher. So in that case, again, remember this, you have this blue arrow here. When you click on blue arrow, to restore all the hidden line, the keyboard shortcut is Alt U, or you can just click on this arrow, and then when you click on restore all, Tally will restore all the line, not one by one. So I am going to click on restore all, and you see that all the hidden line gets restored. I hope these three parts of Daybook technique that we saw will help you in understanding how you can analyze your data in a more focused way by using various techniques and filters. In the upcoming videos, we will go to other reports of the Power of Reporting series. So thank you all once again for staying till the end. See you all in the next session. Thank you very much.